See me?
Yeah.
Is it
Maybe
messy?
over a little bit. Oh, you all right? Move over, and that's cock to your left.
Oh, what?
Move over a little bit. That's better. That's the one. No. Oh. All right. Are we doing any introduction?
Let's just go straight off the bat, shall we? Just jump into it. We don't need an intro.
Listen, we normally have an age-old routine, Ian, right? An age-old routine. I normally have that chair back there that I recline on as I canvass it for the audio, but then it's all been defeated. So it's all gone defeated as.
In the words of Joe Rogan doesn't do an intro, so just get on with it.
Yeah.
Right.
So there we go. So it's all go up. So we've got Ian, our special guest. Ian, tell us a bit about yourself. I mean, you've got a bit of a fascinating story because I've sort of told a bit of your story to the guys anyway.
Oh God. Not all, surely.
Well, not all of it. I've told most of it. The juicy bits.
You're making it sound a bit funny.
No, it's nothing funny. I think it's a magical story. You're like a media mogul now, aren't you?
The stripper bit.
Oh no, I left that bit. I wanted you to tell that bit.
Okay. Yes, I editor of Diesel Car and Eco Car magazine, which sells about 46,000 copies an issue. So it's actually up there with some of the big players like Car Magazine and so it's out in the shops, W. Smiths, that sort of stuff. So no, it's interesting. So I'm in charge of it all. So I get to choose what cars I want to drive.
Yeah, that's the best bit.
Which is it's probably the best bit.
Yeah. So I decide and what I say goes. So yeah, perfect.
That's the nuts, isn't it? It's like the best job in the world. And forever, I can see his check-ins. He's always forever in airport lounges getting ready to jet set off somewhere else to drive some other fancy car.
It's not happening anymore. We're not allowed to go anymore.
No. So how much has it affected you, all this, and the business?
Everything. Can't do anything. Can't drive cars. Can't write about cars because can't drive them. So
you can sit in them.
I've got a Renault Capture downstairs that arrived 2 and a bit weeks ago that I've done 19 miles in. And I'll write a road test on that eventually when we're allowed out in June.
Oh my God. Do you reckon it's going to be June? Really?
Yeah. For everyone, yeah.
Because we was just saying earlier that what's been said this evening about they won't give a definitive date on when, and they can't, which I understand, which is fine. But it's weird conflicting messages different companies giving the staff. Like we've been told, technically we're meant to be next week, but then my brother-in-law, he's off for 2 months now. He's in furlough for 2 months. He's been told 2 months straight. That's it.
Well, we were kind of said we were given the initial 3 weeks and then not really told much else, were we? It was like, there you go. We'll contact you when you can come back, sort of thing.
That is the official lot. On Easter Tuesday, after Easter Monday, that's the day where, strictly speaking, we can go out. But the lockdown's going to be extended without a doubt. But realistically, I think we will be locked down at this state throughout the whole of April, and then probably maybe in May it might be relaxed slightly back to how it was.
Really? But
if you look at the trends in other countries, it's probably about right.
Yeah.
But the one thing I would say, are we all going to, and I think a lot of people are talking about this, are we all going to recover? Are we all going to be normal after this? We've had months of not needing to be, most people feel the need not to be polite.
Never been normal.
But honestly, because I'm quite a touchy person.
Yeah.
When I see you, I'll give you a big hug. I'm a toucher feeler. Call me Mr. Inappropriate, yeah?
Missing that.
I am, man.
Contact.
What's that?
I'm missing the human contact.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, funny enough, Joe, you were saying before this, you were saying that, you've been secluded for so long, you've forgotten how to have a conversation.
100%. And this is so bizarre. So, we've been at home now, and I had the boys the first weekend of the week, the beginning 22nd, 23rd, and then I had them that weekend, and obviously with this whole thing going on, my ex is obviously we've got to keep it separate. She's going to have them until this out of lockdown. So I haven't seen the boys. So I haven't had them to talk to. I've had my parents talk to a bit on the phone, but not by much. So today we had to run supplies to my sister and Ely because they're without at the moment. So and they can't get out. So we've been up there, and it's weird actually being. I was sitting with my dad in the car on the way up there, and actually been able to having to talk. Do you know what I mean? It's
Well, you've been very quiet, even when it comes to like texting and stuff. You've not really spoken to anyone. I think the last time we actually spoke was last Tuesday.
Yeah, and do you know what? It's just purely because my phone, because I'm so popular, I've been added into loads of group chats, and it's bombarded with videos upon videos and just chain links and chain messages and just everything. And I've just muted all my chats. Chris done the same. We've all just muted them all. And so now I'm picking them up now, and it's just, I don't know. I'm quite enjoying. I've been preparing for self-isolation all my life.
I know what you mean.
What's that?
One day just merges into another.
100%. I don't even know what day it is. I don't even what it's made. I can't believe it's Monday. I don't know what week.
The wife messaged me this morning from work saying, "What are you doing with the kids?" And I said, "Oh, the kids are getting stuck into maths and English and stuff like that." And she said, "Oh, don't forget we agreed not to teach them this week because they're technically on holiday. It's the Easter holidays."
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
but
of course.
I see a lot of people out there sort of almost taking bit of a sigh because it's Easter holidays, because it's almost the kids are supposed to be off. Do you know what I mean? Because it's not ruining the kids. I don't know, because education now at this point is relying on the parents to do it, and then to a certain degree you can, but it's always quite tough, isn't it? I don't know.
Well, a lot of
it is if you're not used to it.
What'd you say, Ian?
parents aren't even educated.
No, like me, I'm like a chimp. Basically, I'm a big chimp, aren't I? So, yeah, so it's a bit of a funny one. But there's a lot of motoring shows that are cancelled as well, going back to it. So, wasn't it Frankfurt?
Frankfurt no longer anyway.
Yeah.
But he's cancelled full stop forever. It's now moved to, thinking off the top of my head, somewhere else in Germany. I can't think where it is at the moment.
Because the two used to alternate, didn't they?
Yeah. It used to be Paris Motor Show 1 year, Frankfurt the other. Now it's going to alternate between Paris and Munich. But Paris Motor Show has been cancelled this year as well. The only one that hasn't been cancelled so far is the British Motor Show, which is ironically in Farnborough. But that's going to be cancelled at some point because even though it's August, it's still not going to go ahead.
Well, I had a message from Goodwood 3 or 4 days ago. They left it quite late, so they've extended it till the end of the year. So they're moving that on.
Yeah.
So, the life we're used to living, surrounded by cars, and it's basically our lives. It's all been put on hold.
Yeah, it's a funny old situation. It really is. But I'm quite lucky, really, because I usually plan quite way ahead. So test cars that I have in, I'm usually working quite well in advance. So I've got content probably for 2 more issues, but things that I'm missing is the international launches. Like we should have been going to Portugal to drive Ford Cougar, to Barcelona for Saint Leon, out to Greece to drive Skoda Octavia, but of course that's got cancelled.
So what I can tell you is that I have driven the Ford Cougar.
I was just about to say, you know what? You could get Ricky on as a temp writer, like a writing consultant. he can get it on to do a temporary review.
Well, my Cougar was supposed to arrive the morning lockdown, and of course,
really?
Yeah. So,
what did you order? What spec level? What engine?
Got a Cougar ST Line X plug-in hybrid in chrome blue.
So that's what we've got as a demonstrator. We haven't got the X, we've got the ST Line, and it's frozen white.
Yeah.
Do they all have horrendous tyres that are really chunky? Because I love the look of it, but I'm not so keen on the wheels. Don't know.
Hold on looks, I've got to say, but I haven't really seen it up close.
So they do all have the chunky tyres. The reason for the chunky tyres is they are a lower rolling resistance tyre. So if you look on the side profile of the tyre, there's a weird pattern on it, and it lets you know that it's a lower rolling resistance. It helps to reduce the CO2 emissions.
Oh, right, okay.
There we go. I've learned something new every day.
Yeah, I must admit I'd have liked to have had the diesel, but Ford have given me the plug-in hybrid for years, so I'll look after that.
Fair enough.
I mean, have you noticed the trend? Because you solely obviously predominantly what about diesels. I mean, the way that it's the market sort of shifting, has that sort of affected you and the cars you test?
We're staying really static. In fact, since Christmas, our sales gone up. We've got people that absolutely hate electric cars. In fact, I've got one reader that contacted me, must have been about a year or so ago, and said to me, "Can you send me the magazine without the eco carpet at the back, without the electric stuff?" And I said, "No, you can't. You can't just make one for you." And now every month he sends it back to me with all sorts of rude messages and
really,
writing all over it. He puts an envelope every month back to me. So he's, I think, a bit unhinged. Probably I'll get turned up one day and he'll probably murder me. So if I wake up dead one morning, you know what it is.
But is he still paying for it?
Oh yeah.
So why is he sending it back? Does he read the first bit and send the back bit back, or?
He's a passionate fan. He's a passionate fan. He keeps buying it, even though he doesn't want to buy it, just to send the abuse back.
Every month, and yeah, most of our readers are subscription. 70% of our readers are subscription, so we just send it out month after month, and they renew, and it's nice and easy.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, because what's interesting, I mean, what sort of cars now this year, especially that are coming out or have been announced, not essentially coming out, I guess, but have everything moving forward? What sort of excites you the most? What cars coming out that you really like the look of?
Do you know what? There is very little that excites me these days because it's all, I get very blasé about things because I drive everything, I see everything, I get to choose what I want, whereas my colleagues don't have the luxury of that. They get invited to launches, they have to write about it for their outlets, whereas I can actually pick and choose what I want to do. So if I don't fancy going to Portugal, I can send someone else.
Why would you not want to go to Portugal?
When hell freezes over.
Portugal is my favourite European country, so I'd always go to Portugal. But yeah, no, it comes down to what you fancy to a certain degree and what you've got on and how things dovetail. And very often, I said that I was going to calm down what I was doing this year, but it hasn't happened because week before last, 3 events dovetailed together. I think I had the first event was Kia Soul EV in Henley upon Thames. Then I went to Paris for a day to see the new Citroen Ami, the little quadricycle, and then flew back that night and stayed overnight in Slough for Vauxhall Grandland X Hybrid 4. So,
I can't believe they're still making them things. I can't believe Vauxhalls are still being sold. Who buys them?
Well, they're now essentially part owned. Well, not part owned, but they've merged with PSA, haven't they? So
yeah. So same as what Fiat and Jeep and all those will be soon. So it'll all be part of the same group, and it's only
that will keep Vauxhall going because the PSA group are basically backed by the French government. So
and Vauxhall is actually first time it's been profitable in 25 odd years because of what PSA cross-cutting measures and how they've integrated everything. So, whereas before you'd walk into a Vauxhall showroom and they would say to you, "Do you work for any of these people?" to get the discount, which was sometimes 30-40%. And do you know anyone that works in there? No. Have you seen anyone that works in these companies like Post Office or anything like that? You got the discount just because you'd seen something on television.
That sounds a lot like that sounds a lot like Fiat.
Well, yeah.
They got a very similar thing called Affinity. Yeah, it's very, very similar. Very similar.
It really isn't. When you've got Vauxhall Insignias that are being sold at 56% discount, which when the old model was on run out, that's what was happening. How on earth can you actually build a business on that? You really can't. And the discounts now are a lot better than what they were. They're not selling so many to fleets, so they're actually profitable sales, and they've cut the number of Vauxhall dealers by about half, I think. Same as what they did with Ford. So
Yeah.
But I'll tell you one car that I've seen I really like the look of, and it's the first Honda in a long time that I've liked the look of, is that new Honda electric car.
it looked lovely as a concept car when it was a 3-door little like Golf GTI modern remake of it. But now it's got 5 doors and that ugly bonnet thing.
We're talking about the same. It's got a beautiful little cute face. It looks happy.
But you've probably seen the concept car rather than the production one. It doesn't look quite so cute when you put.
I'd quite like to have a go in one. I'd quite like to actually like drive one.
Yeah, the range. That's the trouble. It doesn't actually go very far at all. Like with most cars nowadays are like 300 miles is the benchmark really for electric cars. The Honda E, 137 miles. So once you put the heaters on, once you put the wipers on, lights and everything like that, you can basically get to the end of the road.
Isn't that a very similar range? Isn't that a very similar range to the Renault Zoe?
Yeah, although the Renault Zoe has been upgraded quite a bit over the years, and they've just got a brand new one out now that looks identical to the old ones, but is an evolution. But they're now touching 240, 245 miles now, so they're quite a bit more.
So the technology has definitely jumped then since the launch.
Yes, yeah. And the Mini Electric, I don't know if you've seen that or not, but that's similar to Honda E, where it's 140 odd miles. So it's just really small miles, which is fine if you live in a city. You don't want to travel that far and you can charge it up regularly. That's not a problem. But if you want to use it real world, it's a bit more limiting. So I don't know. I think Fiat idea. I don't know if you've seen it, but they had a concept car at Geneva last year where the standard car has certain cells and goes, say, 100 miles, for instance. But if you want to go further, you can go to the dealer, rent another lot of cells that just slot in, and you can drive 300 miles. And then you take them off when you don't need them. It's really quite useful. That could be the future.
Yeah, it's a weird old setup, isn't it? It's a weird old setup. But I mean, so we just before we broke up, we had our first Soul EV turn up.
Oh yeah.
And it looks horrendous at the back, but Chris is here. But I like.
Sorry,
I
just invited him whilst we were talking. I wasn't ignoring him.
Go on, Chris. Where's your camera? Get your camera on.
I thought it was on.
No.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can get the circle. I can move you. Hold up. There we go. Right. So Chris, Ian, Chris.
Hi,
Nice to meet you, Ian.
And Ricky, Chris, Ricky.
Hi, Chris. I'm
All right,
Ricky.
And Chris, I'd like to point out at this stage, yes, my eyelids still do look like ball bags.
Okay.
I don't know
so
why.
I've missed much then.
No, you haven't missed much, mate, at all. Not at all. But we're just talking. You've joined a really exciting time. I was just about to talk about the Soul EV.
What?
The Kia Soul, new Kia Soul.
It does surprise me. I'm going to be honest. It surprised me that they've actually brought that out because the Soul was never like a big selling line.
But you say that there's people that do love them, and they're most of them in North America. But
Convenient.
huh?
Very convenient for you. All the customers in North America, and you're in Southend.
Yeah, I know. See, I only got the water between us.
It's only a small lake.
I'll build a little tuk and I'll whiz it out there for them. But
It's a nice little thing to drive though. But
right, one question I never got to ask them at work, and you might know, Ian, is there a massive wait for them like there is the Neros?
yeah, it's going to be better because they've got a better supply of battery packs. But this year, it'll be a completely different game to what it was last year. But Nero for 1st of March, they sold quite a lot. I can tell you because I have this figure at my fingertips.
Really want to see those fingers.
He's the only person that's come prepared. It's our podcast.
Hero, they sold 340 in March, even taking back with coronavirus, compared to 328 plug-in hybrids and 902 normal hybrids. I'm a really big fan of the Nero. I think it's a brilliant car. It really, really is. Really, really
We
good.
see it go out for test drive quite a lot. They've done quite a few test drives.
Yeah, and do you know?
You get a lot for your money.
Fact here: the development code for the Nero is DE. De Niro.
I was about to say,
Someone at Kia's got a sense of humour.
What did you think about the questionable marketing, Robert De Niro?
It gets people thinking about it, and as much as you can talk all day about Kia and their 7-year warranty, which is what most people know Kia for, what else are they actually really known for? Nothing. So if people get people talking about the Niro because of an advert that perhaps is a bit silly, then fine. As long as they sell them, you'll be quite happy.
Do you know what I haven't seen in a while, and who are the nuts at marketing in the automotive industry, was Volkswagen. Volkswagen adverts, Golf adverts were like, they're the ones to look out for. Do you remember?
They had to pull their adverts because of funding.
Really?
They had a few fines to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A bit more after today as well. I call this favour of the UK buyers. So it looks like they're probably going to have a few more fines to pay in the UK now.
Oh.
The interesting one with that was the States, because they legally, if anyone had actually bought one, they had to take them back to the dealer and get a refund. So they had literally like airfields full of Volkswagens sitting there with nothing to do with them. Like, they didn't know what to do.
They could keep it right until the end. There's a deadline, which was 2 years ahead. So they could actually keep the car right until the 2-year deadline, hand it back.
Get money back.
Get the whole money back.
Which is mad.
Got the whole purchase price back. Now, that's just ridiculous. It just goes to show humour laws in America are so different to ours. We would get absolutely shafted in this country. Be lucky to get more than about 10p. But
they've got the whole invoice price back, like without even suffering any mileage charges or anything.
No, nothing at all.
Wow.
No.
Because of the company lies, it was in the rights of the consumer to get their money back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's mad, isn't it? And to be fair, do you think Volkswagen have a really financially? Do you think they'll recover from it? I mean, they must have bank. They must have loads of money.
Well, they've been heavily going into like the electric side with ID, but the big problem is they're building them and they're rolling off the production line, but the software hasn't been designed yet, and they're guaranteed they will deliver cars to customers this year. But the coronavirus has kind of cocked that up. So they've got cars that actually can't go anywhere. There's fields and fields and fields of them round by.
I was about to say, the ID3 is due to launch soon.
Yeah. It was supposed to be in September, but it's not going to happen. And I doubt they'll deliver any. They will probably, on 31st December, announce they've delivered one to a customer, just so they can say delivered one this year. But I can't see that they're going to deliver it because the software.
They will probably need to bring the fleet CO2 down.
Well, yes, but they've got other measures like they've got electric here, they've got plug-in hybrid, Golf, all those sort of things that will compensate as well. Even the Touareg hybrid, so that will help. But and I don't know whether you know, but with electric car credits for this year only, if you sell one electric car, that accounts for 3 combustion engine cars. You can just discount them, get rid of them. So, for instance, here, for every sold EV, they can sell 3 Sorrentos without having to worry. So that's how they can keep Sorrento and Stinger on sale in the UK, because otherwise the build the fine into the cost price of the car, a bit like Subaru have had to.
I can't remember the last time I saw a new Sorrento go out.
I was about to say exactly the same thing. I don't think last time I remember actually seeing one. Other than demos.
They'll all be on L something or other plates, registered by Kia Motors UK.
Oh, LF and LG number plates, yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. They're up on Kia Direct, didn't they, Chris?
Yes.
All the what lovely gems that come through. They're good cars. But no, it's really good cars. But it's interesting to see how they've shifted as a brand. Because I worked for Hyundai when they were going through this change, and the i10, which my sister actually had one, wasn't a desirable car at all. But in the scrappage scheme, it put Hyundai on the map. They just sold so many cars, i10s, i20s, and the range, and with Kia as well, the range has just got like the old C, for instance. Like the middle shaped C with the slope down front looked like a special needs frog. From about a 62 plate onwards, that shape, that looked quite modern at the time. But now, they look really dated compared to the newer Kias. And like even Sportage, compared to the latest model, even the pre-facelift, like the 16s up to the 18s, they look really dated. The radio looks dated compared to the new one.
I think Joe's forgotten that some of his customers watch this.
No, but it's true. They're good cars. I'm saying they're good cars, but where they're advancing so fast, the old models are getting. They're not that old. They're made to look really dated, really fast because Kia are progressing so quickly. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I went to Frankfurt to use Brento a couple of weeks before the motor show unveil, and it's an absolute stunning vehicle, but it's a lot of money. It's going to start at 40 grand, and it's going to go over the 50 grand mark this time with a plug-in hybrid and that sort of stuff. So, but it is absolutely phenomenal. One of the features that I thought was really, really quite clever is the USB ports for the backseat passengers actually spread out of the back seat. Rather than being on the centre console and like that, and you having to drag the wires, they're actually at the height kids will need to drag the wire across. Yeah. It's absolutely perfect. It really, really, really is good. And the interior detailing is a bit like TV, like the air vent, where it's quite sculpted.
Yeah,
really quite nice. But
yeah.
Yeah.
Because the other thing I've seen that looks quite nice though is that Skoda Octavia, the new Skoda Octavia VRS, because that's now a plug-in hybrid as well.
Diesel and petrol, yeah.
And are they doing that to the new Golf GTI as well, or?
Oh dear, Boris Johnson's been transferred to intensive care.
I put a Ricky Bobby curse on him. Oh my god, that's really bad.
Is that just flashed up?
Yeah, just flashed up on my phone. So, oh dear, that'd be quite ironic because the Prime Minister dies.
Oh god.
Oh no.
After he kept saying about how I'm gonna carry on shaking people's hands and that sort of thing. And yes, not good.
No, it's mad though, isn't it?
Yeah.
God almighty.
But anyway, been out from a flurry for about 3 weeks now.
Go on, what'd you say? Chris?
That's completely been out from a flurry for about 3 weeks now.
I know. I'm missing the McFlurries. I'm missing the midnight McNuggets.
I literally left the house for the first time on Thursday, so like a week and a bit of not leaving the house at all. I'm not stepping outside, not doing nothing. It was the first time I got in the car, and I didn't really drive very far. I went to Sainsbury's, but do you know just how refreshing it was to actually just get back behind the wheel of a car? It's amazing how you miss it when you don't have it.
Did you do what I did today? Look at the gear lever and go, "What is this for?" And then pushing it forwards and backwards. Yeah.
To be fair, I did forget how it's just simple stuff like how low the biting point is in my car, and I nearly stalled it. I was like, oh no, just trying to find it. Yeah.
Did you?
It felt like I started driving.
Why on earth thought give me 2 brake pedals?
You feel going out though?
And
feel really naughty going out, and you just think the Great Escape's playing in your mind the whole time.
Yeah. And then thinking you're going to get pulled by a policeman at any turn just to ask what you're doing.
Well, it was quite nice weather, like over the weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. So I was sitting in the front room on Sunday, and I looked out the window, and some kid rode past on his bike with his top off. I was like, "What on earth are you doing?" it's freezing. And then I looked at the temperature, it's 20 degrees. I was like, what? I feel so secluded from the outside world.
Yeah.
Do you like that, though?
We won't know what to do.
No.
Joe just doesn't know what the fuss is all about.
I'm literally, I love it. I love it. The only thing I do miss is seeing my mates, give them a hug, have a chat. Probably, I miss seeing people in the flesh, but I'm like Bane, mate. Yeah. You just adopted it. I was born into isolation.
Have you kind of like forgotten like what time it is?
And what day? Yes.
Yeah.
And time goes so
fast. Into one.
And mate, it's just time. Everything's turned into a blur, absolute blur. And what made me laugh is we had really nice weather over the weekend, and I sort of giggled to myself to think that when I was younger, I never went out. I always used to sit and play games. I was one of those kids, even when it's really. My mum took me to Tenerife once, and I remember staying in the hotel room just to watch Sky. Right, so that's me summed up. So I was looking at the weather, thinking, "Oh, it's a beautiful day," and I'm inside playing video games. I feel like a teenager again. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's literally all I've been doing. Really, is spending time with the kids, and then as soon as I go to bed, it's on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Do you know what I found funny though? I had to go to Tesco's to get some essentials. You know these markers they're leaving out? It's supposed to be 2 meters apart. You get someone with a trolley, puts the front wheels of their trolley right on that marker. Then whoever's standing behind has got a basket in their hand, so they're only actually like half a metre apart.
Oh no!
I just see all these people like that's not the idea. The trolley isn't a part of you. You just
no. That's true. I didn't think about that.
It was Ian that was in front of you earlier. Chris.
I went to the post office and there was no queues for either. It was great, straight in.
It's mad, isn't it?
At Sainsbury's next to me, it was just wandering around the car park. There were just so many people there. It was like a normal Monday for parking. The car park was absolutely blitzed.
Yeah, when I went to Sainsbury's on Thursday, the car park was fairly empty, the emptiest I've ever seen it. And the queue was going all the way around the car park. And you'll know what I'm on about, Joe. It went through into home base.
Yeah.
So I basically joined from there, and it went up and through and round. And that took about 10, 15 minutes to get in. But like in the queue, everyone's social distancing, so everyone's 2 meters apart. But the second I get into the store, people are just standing next to me. What the fuck are you doing? Like, move away. I was trying to avoid people, and they're all just like walking up to me, like, "How you doing?" And like
Ricky
carry on with
bread and milk and came back with a flower bed.
Home base was closed.
I think Christmas.
What's that?
Can we got the social distancing till Christmas at least?
Really?
Yeah. 2 meters apart, definitely. My theory, I bet you it's wrong because I'm always wrong. I think we'll end of April they'll let us out back to what it was before we had full lockdown, but only essential travel to work. That you'll be able to go back to work because you can't work from home. Yeah, but I reckon May by the time May comes you'll be back at work. But as long as you can work from home, you carry on working from home. But
I reckon because they set out the initial 12-week sort of like furlough, like assistant sort of thing, they'll probably keep one off the lockdown for 12 weeks. So we'll probably be looking at sort of May-ish, maybe June at the latest. And then I reckon they'll those tests and stuff they're trying to get, those antibody tests, they'll get everyone to do one before you can go back to normal life, like to go back to work and stuff like that.
Yeah, the trouble is the tests don't work at the moment.
No.
No one works at the moment.
Well, no.
Oh, that's so true. That's very true. But yeah, it's definitely a weird one, and it's been a long time since I've had this much time off work. It's been a long time since I've had a Saturday and Sunday off. No work.
The problem with that though is it doesn't feel like Saturday and Sunday.
Oh.
It just feels like another day.
It's like we've just had the short weekend, so here comes the long weekend right after it.
Yeah, we've got Good Friday and Bank Holiday Monday coming up. It ain't going to matter, is it?
It doesn't matter to us anyway. We're working the motor trade.
Unless your name's Ian, and he'll probably still ask from back in Lou. But I know I didn't have to work them, but I would have had to work them. Can I please have them in Lou? That's Ian.
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
see people going, "Oh, it's just nice to have some time off work. I can get some bits done around the house." Like, what? You're off? You're not off work for a jolly up. Apparently, there's some nasty virus going around.
I'll be honest. I have got some stuff done around the house.
I haven't.
I've done
Still got a house.
Here we go. What can someone prepare the old house DIY SOS music for Ricky as he talks us through his house and walks us through it?
Ricky's built a greenhouse in the living room.
Yeah, no. What did you do anyway? Tell us what you done.
It's really boring, mundane stuff. If I'm honest with you, I've built.
Is that to put down the flower bed?
I built like a miniature bookcase. It's about 3 cases high. Put some skirting up that's been meaning to go up for about 6 years.
Yeah.
Other than that, not a lot.
Ricky is that husband that's been saying, "Yeah, I'll do it when I've got time."
Yeah. It's
That
caught
meme
up
was
with you
made
now,
for
mate.
Ricky.
It has. I've got no excuse. She's at work. I'm at home.
Whereas Joe's got bicep and one skinny arm.
And going through tissues, lucky I've stocked up on them bog rolls, my mate. I tell ya.
Did you stock up on the Vaseline? That's the question. We all know what happened last time.
No.
That's why Joe wanted hand soap before we left, Chris. Before we went into lockdown, we went to Tesco's for him. That's what it was for.
You go to work, in work. Did you take a equivalent number of bog rolls home with you? The number of trips to the toilet you normally do in work to compensate.
That's a good shout.
Well, they're not really rolls, are they? They're like sort of like this big.
Yeah.
They're massive.
We do have
Blue
these
roll.
massive dispensers. They're completely broken.
Yeah.
Can't find
Complete.
any Dettol, so we just got Nick Swallfeger out of the workshop.
I'm not even kidding. Probably shouldn't be doing this live on air, but no, yeah, not even kidding.
Joe switched the camera around. There's a big orange tub sitting there.
Yeah, that's what I've been using. Saw Figo, boyo.
And the
Exfoliating
plastic-
at the same time.
Yeah.
The car chairs he's got on his sofa to stop it from going everywhere.
I keep doing it till the neighbour complains about the smell.
Oh, we all know they can hear your iPad down the hall.
Yeah, we won't tell that story, I don't think.
Imagine if your neighbour bought you some headphones for Christmas.
That'd be
Embarrassing, wouldn't it?
Anywho, it's just a light. I'm not blushing, I promise. But yeah, so it's just a bit of a mad one. It's weird how it's affected it all. I don't know how. One thing I'm interested to know, I'm completely out of all routine. I'm a very routine-driven person.
You are.
And
Creature of habit.
100%. And everything's all over the place. And now, like today, I had to get myself up quite early, which I managed to do. So I'm not, don't want to pat on the back here, but like, do you know what I mean? How am I going to get back into the work habit? I love my Ian chuckling. I don't want to get back to the work habit after all this is going on. Do you know what I mean? It's going to take a while.
First day back, work properly, and I made 10:30. So, yeah.
Honestly, no.
I've got a funny feeling it'll go back to normality. The first day back, we'll sit down and think like, oh no, we've got loads to catch up on. When in reality, we haven't. There's nothing's happened in the time that we've not.
I just have 8 missed calls from someone saying they haven't got an MOT certificate yet.
What's that? What's going on, quick? Chris, you still there?
It looks like a chipmunk.
What's happened to you, Chris? Oh no! Ricky's taking a snapshot. Ricky, what's going on? Anyway, right, so it turns out Chris has turned into a human statue. So just leave him there, look. Just leave him there.
That's fucking brilliant.
Mate, you know what I might do? I'll cut this out. Let's go back to normal. And we'll just We never noticed. Oh.
Over to you, Chris.
Oh, look. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. But
Where has he gone?
I don't know. He's just died, so we'll leave him there. Let's cut back to... What'd you say?
Boris.
Huh?
If it's Boris. That's the way it's going.
Yeah, it's true. I don't know what happens to you if it's your mic. Sometimes now and then it cuts out.
And?
Can it cut out for you, Rick?
Yeah, slightly.
But anyway, I'll keep. If one of us talk like that, if one of us is still talking when you talk, it cuts you out for some reason.
Oh, that's not very fair. Not as much as Chris has been cut out. At least I've still got video.
Oh. Anyway, let's get back to normal. Pretend we've never seen anything. Right. Okay. So
I can't.
right. So getting.
I can just see Chris in the corner.
Right. So getting back to it. So, what do you think possibly is the worst car you drove last year, Ian, and this year?
Cost me that.
Yeah. I want that juicy goss. Tell me it, Ian.
I really put my foot in it one time because there's a group of valeters that do a lot of launches of different manufacturers, and he asked me what the worst car I'd driven last year, and I was just about to say it was the Dacia Logan, and he said to me, "Oh, I've got a Dacia Logan," and I just got halfway through saying it. And then had to sort of backtrack and say, well, yeah, you probably got a newer one, and you probably got the older one, and it's better than the newer one. But no, you sit on the Logan, you sit on the floor. It's got hardly any padding in the seat, and the driving position is just absolutely awful. Luckily, there's a new one coming out this year, or maybe next year, or maybe the year after, whenever. Oh,
he's there. There you go.
Oh, that sucks. I was going to turn around to Chris and go, quite shocked, Chris. Look, he's speechless.
Oh, he's back. He's
back.
Hello. He's moving again.
I didn't check my charger was plugged in properly.
Oh, you tit. I thought that might be the case. So, anyway, so you put your foot in it. So, tell us just, right, Chris, you missed that. So bring up to speed.
That was the car that I've driven in a long time. And that was the stepway version, which is like jacked up. And no, it's not nice.
We're talking about Dacia.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dacia.
I love the fact every time Chris joins, we're always talking about. We were speaking about the Kia Soul last time when he joins back in.
Yeah.
I hope we don't get disconnected again because I'll have to come back with something about Skoda Yeti more than likely.
I see.
Yaris of some sort.
I think Ian, you got a little space in your heart for the Yeti, Ian.
Yeah, Yeti's a good car. Yeah, I'm
spacious.
And the Skoda customers absolutely love them. They really, really love them. So the Karoq and the Kamik just don't code for Yeti owners. They'll go and buy something different. They'll probably buy a Soul. But, as they can't buy a petrol or diesel one, and they'll just have a strop. But,
I love the Kodiak.
A Kodiak?
Yeah.
Nice car. The RS is lovely.
Love it.
Really.
Love it. I went on when they was doing the launch for the facelift version of the Qashqai and the X-Trail. We had to drive the Qashqai and X-Trail, and then the competitors. So there was like Seat Ateca, Sportage was one of them as well. But the Skoda Kodiak, I was literally first one to go, yep, I'll have that over a Qashqai, and everyone sort of looked at me like, get out.
Qashqai is just so dated. It's really, really old. That's why I'm not selling very. They're bringing a lot. They're not actually selling lots.
Yeah. God, but going back to, so what's your hot picks? What are your sort of favourite cars between this year, last year?
I think one of the cars I think is well is Puma. I think that's going to go out really. But
we've actually sold quite a few, to be fair.
Problem with it though is the CO2 jumped hugely under WLTP. So
they're doing with a lot of Fords, to be honest.
And WLTP, explain that for the layman.
the worldwide light
Vehicle harmonising
asset
procedure.
Worldwide light testicle picture.
Post the new economy driving cycle, which was created about 1995. So it wasn't new at all, really.
Because of Volkswagen.
No, it wasn't. Anyway, so they just hastened it, really. RDE2 was because of Volkswagen, the real world driving. So fuel economy figures are now a lot more representative of what you'll get day-to-day driving. And generally speaking, nowadays you're out only by about 2 or 3, 4, 5 miles per gallon. That's the official figures. But CO2 has been measured on the same scale as from the 1st of April, a few days ago. Big jump. So, for instance, Puma, most fleet buyers can't have this over the banding. So while it was okay before, it's not now. So I think that's a bit of a problem. I think Ford will have to do some massive tweaks to get that under, because I think the lowest one is like 125, and most of them are 127, 130 odd grams. But I really do. I had one car one with the in deep. What's the colour called? What's the blue colour?
Desert Island Blue.
Island Blue. Yeah. I've got on my Focus, and with the registration plate car one. That was great. It drove nicely, but if you drove it like you wanted to get anywhere, my fuel economy was like 27 miles to gallon for 1 litre 155. But if you drove it sensibly, where you get 40 odd, you just didn't get anywhere. You might as well just 0 to 60 in sometime next year.
Don't need to stop watching your calendar.
Yeah. So
talk about some of the German stuff though, like BMs, Mercedes, the newer cars of them. Anything like that floats your boat, or?
When lockdown, I used CLA, and that's a really nice car.
CLA.
Yeah, and A-Class, I'm a big fan of both those cars. They drive so nicely. 220D is an awesome vehicle. Really quick. Really struggles to get the power down the road, actually. But, no, really, really, really nice. What else would I say? Volkswagen Golf, I think it's got diamond headlights.
Yeah.
Flowery. So, Golf doesn't really do it for me. I haven't driven it yet, so again, it's another one that I'm supposed to have driven this week, but can't. What else is there? BMW, the 2 Series Grand Coupe is an ugly thing. It looks like Buck sat on the styled it for the back end for it. What else is coming?
Yeah.
Saint Leon looks nice. Oh, it's a bit too much like the current model.
Do you know what? I really, really like the Cupra standalone brand. I love the cars. I love all the models.
Yeah.
I think they look the nuts.
Yeah.
And people can get defensive when you say they're still a Seat, though, don't they?
Yeah. Well, they're trying to make it separate, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is still a Fiat. Fiat, Seat.
Right. Look how long the 124 Spider lasted for, about 10 minutes. And was discontinued. So,
probably for the best.
I'm a big fan of the Cooper brand, actually, but I think they should do a diesel. A really high-powered diesel. Because there are some people that want something quite rapid, but doing high mileage, so they need something a bit more economical.
That's like Dad raves on about his car. He loves it, and all he keeps going, he goes, "Yeah, that's 40 to the gallon. It's got a big boot."
Yeah.
Dad, you haven't even mentioned that he does 0 to 60 in like 4.5 seconds.
And what's he got?
335D.
Perfect.
Loves it.
The new 3 Series is absolutely lovely.
Beautiful.
It's the very rare car that I gave it 10 out of 10.
Really?
I give cars 10 out of 10. Very rare. I'm quite hard on cars, actually. There's 2 cars these last 12 months I've given 10 out of 10 to. That and the Renault Clio. The Renault Clio is an awesome car. Really, really good. So
I've not driven a Clio in about 4 or 5 years.
yeah, the latest one is absolutely brilliant. I drove it in Portugal actually, along some like cliff top roads, and when you go out on a launch, it's a bit like willy waving really, because you've got all the big boys from Autocar who think they're really fantastic at driving, and if you get in first, you've really got to try and not slow them down. You've got to keep going, and so I was second out, and I was chucking this Clio all over the place, and it was holding on so well, probably driving at round corners at probably 15 to 20 mile an hour faster than I should have been, and it just held on. Absolutely, it was, well, use my language here, grippy as fuck. Oh, Chris has gone again.
You told me not to Renault Clio, he couldn't handle it.
No, exactly.
He's chipped off. But that's, I really like the new 3 Series, and but the only problem is they're a massively strong price point.
Yeah.
And I can't understand why BMW do this. They sort of massively overinflate the price, after a few months, give you a massive contribution deposit allowance, and then after people that buy them can never change them anyway, because they're so far upside down to depreciate more than they. Do you know what I mean? They pay off.
You tend to get a better deal on pre-reg BMWs than you do on the new ones. So,
well, without doubt, a bit like what we were saying about with Vauxhall and Insignia. The 3 Series is their Insignia, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same 1 Series was as well. They were doing like pre-reg discounts of nearly 40% on 1 Series last year. M140Is were getting chucked out stupid monthly payments. But when they come back in, they're going to be massive neg.
So going back to March 2 years ago, a friend of mine worked at BMW, and this was on the run out of the 6 Series. They still had one in stock, and they were trying to shift it 16 grand behind cap.
Yeah.
For anyone that doesn't understand that means behind the trade value. So they were selling it at a massive, massive loss.
Yeah.
Like monumental.
Yeah. Bonkers, isn't it?
The 6 Series, was it Grand Coupe or was it a small coupe?
I think it was a Grand Coupe.
It's a nice car actually, but outdated. So, but
I really like the look of the new Mercedes interiors though. New Mercedes interiors, I think they've won it hands down. They're beautiful, aren't they?
Absolutely wonderful. The mood lighting in them, just the way the turbine and propeller air vents.
Have you had the chance to use the augmented reality sat nav?
What, the MBUX system?
No. So there's a version of the sat nav on the Mercedes system that uses the front camera.
Yeah.
So have you used it?
Yeah. There's not a great deal of opportunities where you really use it. That's the trouble. You just use it like a normal nav system.
Right.
I don't like a lot of these AR. They're just trying to be too clever, and most of it really doesn't. But the actual MBUX basic system they're introducing across the Merc lineup is actually really intuitive. You press the voice control button and talk to it like you're talking to some. In fact, very often you'll be talking to some passenger in the car, and it will like talk back at you and, well, what are you doing listening to my conversation type thing. But no, it's really intuitive, really, really easy to use. I think Merc have really got their interiors working really well with a continuous screen across. It's really, really lovely. But again, big discounts available. They're really, really highly discounted, and the cars are looking very much the same. No matter.
Do tend to find that with the German manufacturers, you tend to find it's always big discounts to get people into the cars.
Yeah. So what else? I'm trying to think what else is coming this year that is going to be good. Audi A3. I haven't seen that yet, but that could be very nice.
See, it's hard. I always find it hard to get Harry's back again. Hello.
Not going well for me tonight.
We're talking about larders. So we're just talking about What was he talking about? Oh my god, my brain's gone flat now.
Appreciation.
Yeah, depreciation and car. Actually, only something you'd know too well.
Chris would know very well about this.
Quite a big fan, to be honest.
Chris has a 240.
Ah.
Ah.
It's great fun, but it's financial suicide.
Do you know what I really fancy is a next car? Not that I'm buying a car in the foreseeable, but I think my next car might be an A35.
You think?
You're disappointing me here because you were going to buy an ST.
It's another one where they're chucking them out at really, really cheap prices, and you're going to bend over when you need to give it back, and there's going to be nothing left in it.
Just hand it back, yeah. Just hand it
But
back.
the yellow ones look cool, though, don't they?
And
they do look
not
cool.
45.
Right. Yeah.
With the aero kit as well. Oh,
there's one around the corner to us. Really nice.
Yeah.
Gives me a tingle when I look at it. However, I would feel less of a man if an A45S pulled up next to me.
Yeah. Just put the badges in the back.
Or just work harder and buy an A45S.
Or that.
Yeah, but the monthly payment probably difference between it probably isn't that great actually. Probably
better residual value.
Maybe, possibly.
Hold on, let me check my finance calculator. I'll get Wiggles on the phone. Wiggles.
I was about to say you needed to phone one of our previous guests.
Yeah, old Wiggly. Get him on the horn. Get some car finance on tick. Lovely jubbly. But yeah. I do miss the Focus after that long drive today. Yeah, I missed how much it had on it. The radar cruise, adaptive cruise, whatever you want to call it, and it was just comfortable. As well as being a hot hatch, it was comfortable just driving along journeys. It's really, really good.
Does that mean you're going to take the Fiesta to next time?
No. But do you know what? I want to throw it out there and argue me if I'm wrong. But I've discovered the best car on Britain's roads today is easily the Ford Fiesta.
It's most popular.
No, this month is Golf.
You're wrong.
Sorry, I forgot we joined the Fiesta Owners Club.
I've had two of them now, and they've been pucker, and they're just great. They're just really good. Enough fizz to get you along. Good on fuel.
Joe, for the first 3 months, what did you say about the ST Line X you had? It's not that great.
It's not that exciting. No,
that's why you got rid of it so soon.
No,
can you
that's not true. That's not. I won't have that. I wasn't. Right. Where it went wrong is I wanted an ST3, but because I was getting rid of my old car to get my payments down, it worked out so much cheaper to get an ST Line X. I went for that, so it didn't feel special because it wasn't what I wanted. Hence why I only had it for about 6 months.
And then what happened, Joe? You ordered an ST3.
Joe come back to get his loyalty.
What happened to the ST3, Joe?
Joe,
it took too long to arrive. My salesman misinformed me that how long it would take to arrive. So
you literally work like a moth. You work like a moth. Something bright came along and you went, yes, I'll have it.
The very first Focus ST we had in the showroom, which was funny enough, bright orange. He look at it and said, "How much is that a month?" And then literally signed paperwork. And he was so impatient to get it that he wouldn't wait for me to get back from Centre Parks for the handover.
Oh, okay. I'll just wait. Like a normal retail customer.
Is this the point? Oh, no, let's not say it on the podcast. Let's not say it on the podcast.
Go on, Ian. What'd you say?
A W-Reg Fiesta that I managed to reject from Ford.
Why?
Because they were awful. It was a 1.25 Z-Tech with... Do you remember the facelift? The end of the British-built ones, which...
Yeah.
Mark 5?
God knows, I lose count. The ones that had the Z-Tech S with
the blue paint, purple paint.
Mark 5, yeah.
Imperial Blue. Yeah. Well, I had a Z-Tech 125 aircon, 3-door, in this greeny colour, Pacific green. Yeah. And I thought, I'm going to have it all colour-coded, chrome grille like the Z-Tech S. It looked really nice, brilliant. And it was just nothing but trouble. I've got it from Essex Ford. I've got it from Essex Ford in Basildon.
That's probably why.
Side mouldings, for the door mouldings, used to peel off overnight. And You come
Well, in
out,
Focus it doesn't. Yeah?
unlock the car, and then you come out to work next morning, and they're on the floor when they're peeled off the side of the car. And so you take it back, get them back. 2 days later, back on the driveway again. And the passenger door, if you went around a roundabout, the passenger door just used to open on its own. So if he hadn't got his seatbelt on, he'll be doing a forward roll round the roundabout.
Nice.
So I took it back to Essex Ford, and their solution was to put it up on the ramp and get
the door shut.
hang on it, and then they did it too far, so it was all wonky.
Oh.
Had to then renew it. Then there was the continuation of the door. The door mouldings kept falling off, and the door handles, you would open it, and it felt like it was getting to the stage when the door handle snapped before it opened.
Oh.
It was just constant. So eventually they just gave me my money back.
How long ago was this?
2000. W Rich.
Oh, right, okay.
Round as well. W588YJN. But yeah. So and then I went from that to a Rover 75, which is very, very weird change. In between I had a Mondeo ST24 as well. That was nice.
Yeah, good car. They're a nice car.
A P-Reg black one, and then I went into a brand new Rover 75. Surprisingly, that was nothing but trouble as well. Had head gasket failure twice in 18 months.
Unlike a Rover.
Well, yeah, it's unlike that with the K-Series engine. So I then ended up giving money back on that. And then I bought a Focus ST170, and I ended up rejecting that one as well. So I had a run of 3 cars that I rejected because they're all bad quality.
This in the video that I'd like to point out at this point in the video that Ian is the best at complaining. If there's a valid case, then he 100% he beats the British way of going, eating your dinner and going, yeah, this is lovely. Going, oh, I fucking hate my life, this is shit. Ian is the first one in whatever situation you're the best at. I'll take my hat. I'd tip my invisible cap to you, sir. You were literally the best.
I just don't believe him. Why should you pay for something that isn't good?
It's true. It's true. That's true. None of us ever do that.
I do.
Yeah.
And Danny does as well.
Danny does. Danny's very good at it.
Yeah.
And when we went up. Go on.
Best one ever with me and Danny was when we went to the went to O2.
Yes, right. And was it? Yeah, Sam.
Yep. His sister booked the
Yeah.
ticket. We had dinner, sat there. We had about an hour to go. Looked at the tickets, and they were the night before. So we thought, right, what do we do? So I thought, right, I'm going to blag this. So we went up to the desk and said, yeah, we've got sent the wrong tickets for the wrong night. And I said to come tickets and they'll swap them over the night. And they looked at me, thought, yeah, we've heard that so many times before. And so I said, well, who do you speak to? And I said, Jonathan. And he looked at me and said, oh, yeah, we have got a Jonathan in the call centre. The manager's in now. Actually spot them over. And that has been my best one ever. And I still don't know how we managed to.
But you've got the confidence for that kind of stuff. Ian, move your camera over a bit. Move your camera over. We're losing you. There we go. We're back.
Bonus, I would say.
But honestly, you are. Even when we've been out for dinner in the past, because we always talk about this. When you go out for dinner, you never really want to complain. I don't know why.
I must look like a complainer because whenever they come over to check your food's right, I've always got a mouthful of food. So get everything okay with your meal, and I'm like.
Well, by the time you've got it out, they've gone.
Yeah, and the food, obviously.
Yeah.
I just take us back to a previous episode, Joe, where you did say that you did complain in a restaurant last time you were in there.
That was with Danny.
Yeah, that was with Danny. Did Danny tell you about that? Did he? We ordered these fries or something, onion rings or whatever it was in the middle.
Firejacks.
Yeah, no. Firejacks is actually all right, except for the last one when it was terrible. That's another story. We went TGI's, and they're normally. Well, I don't really like TGI's anyway, but we did it, and everything was cold pretty much. And I was like, oh, it's cold. Then he's like, we'll get rid of it then. We'll get rid of it. Hello? I'm looking around for the waitress. What's going on? I was going to leave him and give him a dirty look, but you know.
Joe's more of a harvester kind of man.
No. Why'd you do this to me? Why'd you do this to me?
Because I loved it.
I thought he preferred Nando's.
Don't get me started.
I always thought you'd be the type to, you like it in your own drinks and all that kind of thing.
Right, Chris, can you
We
please...
need to take...
Right, there we go.
When it goes back to normal, we need to take Joe to a buffet.
Yeah.
Spoons in Basildon.
No.
Yeah, he'd hate that. Hate
He
it.
would. Excuse me, my plate's empty.
Right, listen. Why do I... And Ian, will you back me up on this? I don't know. That why do I want to pay to go out to a restaurant to not be served?
He's been...
Absolutely. Agree with you. Yeah.
It's an occasion.
Mine is.
Mate, it's a special occasion. I'm not cooking at home. I want to go out to be waited on.
That's
If you
why.
go to a buffet, though, you know the food's going to be right.
But you don't cook at home, you order a takeaway.
But listen, if I'm going up to order, I might as well go around the back and cook it.
Yeah, exactly.
Just make sure you wear a hat.
That's why I don't go to Nando's.
That's why I don't go to Nando's.
Yeah. And that's why that place at Lakeside didn't work, where you ordered your food in one place, ordered your drink somewhere else, sat down waiting for it to cook, and you had to get up and leave all your stuff so some little scrope can nick it whilst you go and get your food.
That sounds like Five Guys.
It's true, though. It's true. I don't... So, yeah, that kind of stuff I can't handle. I have... One thing I will say, that if there's one person in this local area of our little hometown or home county of Essex, there's one person that's keeping Just Eat and Uber Eats afloat. That's me right now. It's bad. I've been having takeout far too much. I go out walking in the morning to go to Tesco's or go to a shop to get some food. And if the line's too long, I'll go home and go, do you know what, I'll have a takeaway.
Joe, the amount of takeaways you have, do you literally just go to Tesco and pick up a Snickers and go home or something?
It's only essentials.
Yeah. It's essential are the Snickers, all right?
Picks up a colouring book and comes home and forgets food.
It was for Finley, I promise.
What did you learn during your quarantine time, Joe? I can colour between the lines now.
Yeah.
As long as you're using a stencil.
But I kept saying at the start of all this, I wanted to set a good objective, and I flipped myself down. And my sister mentioned it today to me. She goes, now would be a good time with this time off to maybe do a course and I wanted to learn a language, and we've still got time off, so I might learn language in a week. But I might just,
go for English.
I was just saying you have enough English.
I have a good grip on our lovely English language as I stumble
Well,
my way
you could finally learn what wingdings means.
Wingding?
Yeah. You don't know what wingdings is?
Oh no, but is it like a duck do?
Oh, what?
It's a font on words.
Chinese takeaways down the high road.
Come on, you know what a duck do. You know what, you know what hammer for?
Oh, what?
Hammer for?
What's a hammer for?
It's for hitting nails in your nutter. Hooray!
Old.
Oh,
It was awful.
what's a duck do?
We used to have lots of ducks on our pond near us. Tom. I reckon it's ever since the Chinese guy's got the takeaway moved in, he's had them all.
Really?
I reckon so, yeah. Yeah, he owns a takeaway not far from me, and it's a bit suspicious that all the ducks, and there were probably about 7 or 8 ducks there, but a bit of a coincidence.
Listen, Ian, it sounds this could be a rumour, or at least a Chinese whisper. Hooray!
Oh, Joe, you quack me up.
Who put 50p in him?
No more ducks.
No more ducks.
No.
I haven't had a Chinese takeaway. No, this is not anything to do with this corona, but I haven't had a Chinese takeaway in a while. That's the only one I haven't had.
Oh, I bet you could Chinese.
So I really fancy duck now.
Yeah. You've been to the restaurant we go to quite a lot in Southend with us, haven't you?
Yeah.
Campaign.
Yeah.
That's down there.
Yeah. Christian's just discovered that, Chris. He was talking about that. Yeah, 'cause I've been there before. It doesn't look anything special when you're inside or sat in there, but the food's amazing.
What was that,
it's
sorry?
Campaign on the London Road.
Oh, right.
Mm.
The one thing that made me laugh about that place for a long, long time, they redecorated, and whoever decorated it put one piece of wallpaper upside down. The whole restaurant was wallpapered nicely, one piece upside down.
I reckon I didn't pay him.
Yeah. It was in the restaurant, right in your eye line, where you just look, it was upside down. And it was just so obvious because the pattern just didn't match at all. So it was either drunk or maybe the staff did it one night after they finished doing the takeaways.
You super glue instead of wallpaper so they can't take it down.
Yeah, yeah. But no, it's a nice restaurant. They do, if you like spicy shredded beef, the sauce on that is absolutely amazing. The best one around.
Yeah.
My top tip. Try out Champagne in London Road.
Yeah.
Tell Michael, I've sent you. There you go.
There you go.
All now, if they weren't closed.
That's fucking mad, isn't it? I do miss that though. I miss going out to eat with friends and stuff. You know, the ones that I paid to go out with. But no, it's just like I'm gonna tell you, I miss just going out and doing stuff like that.
It is the human. You'll probably find the same as me, where it is just the touching and the feeling of people.
Yeah, I love tapping and feeding people. I fucking can't get enough of it. I just want to tap and feel the world.
You got arrested for that last time.
Call me United Nations. I just want to tap and grab them all.
That's why Joe doesn't spend too long in Tesco.
Yeah.
I've adopted some African children. I want to touch the
why we don't
world.
sit close to other people.
Yeah. Honestly, it's
Oh, hello,
weird,
Joe.
when you
Sorry,
go,
I didn't recognise you. You're always pixelated in the pictures.
didn't recognise you with your clothes on. I never forget that time I done that to a customer. I literally, this is a funny story. This one I worked for Hyundai, and this when the iX35 first came out, and they were really short in supply. You had to wait about 6 months to have a manual, about a year to have an automatic. It was something stupid like that. And there was this fella that bought one. He's nice chap, but I didn't recognise him when he picked it up. I went to a Clements Hall, local gym. I was in a hot tub, bubbling away, fizzing. I had my head back asleep. And then I'll sort of look, and he's got the thing with me. So we're chatting, and the penny's dropped as he's gone off to walk off. That who he is. And I was like, I won't say anything now. Anyway, he came into the showroom about a week later, and I went, oh, hello. I didn't recognise it was you in the hot tub the other day. I'm used to seeing you with your clothes on. And like, just everyone in the showroom just went quiet and just looked.
Knowing how loud you are as well, I can literally picture that scenario.
I'm not loud. You
We're
wait
still
till
talking about it at London.
Yeah. You wait till you hear. You think I'm loud? You wait to hear Danny.
Yeah.
Joe, it is impossible to prospect with you sitting 4 desks away from me.
Honestly, Ian, I thought I was loud. I forgot how loud Danny is.
Well, both are. You're both very loud.
How'd you putt with us?
Earplugs.
I've actually got a guide dog and a hearing aid. I'm blind.
Honestly, because I forgot how loud, because I'm quite loud, but Danny, we were basically just shouting at each other in TGI's every night.
Yeah. Going back to Hyundai, do you remember colour of the i10 was? The blue colour. Morning
What?
In glory blue, they called it.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that like that pastel blue?
Morning glory blue. So they changed it to morning blue because you can't have a colour called morning glory.
Yeah, you can.
I don't think that translated very well.
No. And do you remember the handbook
Yes, I do.
where they were talking about the shift pattern? Except they missed the F out.
The shit band.
I remember that, yeah.
Patton hasn't got an F in it though.
Oh, right. We're at an hour and 16-minute, boys. So I think I've got enough to be recording it in. So I think we'll wind it up here, shall we?
Yeah, certainly.
Thank you very much, Ian. It's been an absolute pleasure. I love you as always. I can't wait to give you a grab and a feel.
Where's the question? You haven't done the quiz.
What? Oh, we're going to do the quiz.
Well, Chris won't
Look at
partake
Chris's face.
because Chris always loses,
Chris,
which means he always ends up with a forfeit. So I reckon we'll do the quiz another time.
Give Joe an answer sheet the night before.
We're always in the same room.
I love that.
I'm outraged.
Chris, why did you pretend like you were frozen like earlier?
Yeah.
Are we going to do the quiz? Ian, have you got some questions?
I can do some questions if you want.
Here's a list I've made earlier.
I could do.
Do three. Come, do three. We'll do a quick fire three. I'll get a sip of me water. Wet me whistle.
Okay. Right, I'll score this. Three of you, right? Okay. So, when PSA and Fiat merge early next year, what brands are the new SA group?
What new brands
will they have as part of the group?
Right, do we go? Do we do one each and keep going backwards and forwards?
What was it? What was that? Sorry, you kept cutting out. What was?
When FDA and PSA merge later on this year, what brands will they have as part of that group?
Okay.
I'll start you off, say, for instance, Peugeot.
Okay.
So,
Citroen.
all right. Next.
Vauxhall.
Go.
That's literally the two I was going to say. I don't know.
Can't say one.
So,
So
Nissan.
Chris is out.
what? What do you say, Joe?
And I'm thinking of the Micra, and they're not the same brand, are they? They shared the Micra, the Corsa.
Right.
Huh?
Saying that, you get a minus point for saying this.
Oh, what?
Fiat.
No, that's a minus point. Right.
Dodge.
Dodge is one.
Chrysler.
Hang a minute, I'm not even getting everyone a chance. What's this? What's happening here? It's just a Spitfire around there.
Well,
Is it?
you obviously don't know what you're doing.
Just checkmarked again.
Oh, no. Oh, God.
Didn't even notice.
Right.
Oh,
Do you know
no.
what? I think we'll kill the quiz. We'll kill the quiz. We'll do the quiz another time. Look at Chris. What's happened to Chris?
Did I give the answers for that one?
Yes.
Citroen,
Yeah.
Peugeot,
DS.
DS Automobiles, Vauxhall, Opel, Fiat, Alfa Romeo, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Abarth, Ram, Maserati. I can't think of any others, but I can look it up.
Just quickly, what's are we going to get the Jeep Gladiator over here?
Yes,
Are we?
When?
yes. I think it's early next year. It's a Wrangler pickup, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd love one.
What other companies? Lancia and SRT, which is a separate brand in the USA.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chris is dead.
Chris is just appalled by the situation. You got 0 points, and you just come to.
Well,
Yeah.
Chris is always the one when we wind down. We say, "Have you got any final words, Chris?" And he always says no. So, Chris, you got any final words?
Just wound down early.
All right, I think we'll call it a night there. All right, Ian, thank you very much. Lots of love.
Thank you, Ian. Good to meet you.
Yeah.
All right, and we'll catch up soon anyway, mate.
Yeah.
But thank you very much. All right,
Bye,
and goodbye, Chris. See you later, everybody.
Might get invited back into the when you're doing it all three together one night.
Yeah, 100%. We'll have a laugh.
Brace myself.
Honestly, once we can get back to touching and grabbing, we're laughing, mate. Yeah.
You've been told about that before.
Not again. All right, there you go, lads. I'll catch you later.
Catch you later. Ciao, ciao.